Hello everyone, my name's Stan Roderick, and in the previous presentation I did, which I recommend that you watch, it was all about situational awareness, self-protection, personal safety, and I introduced you to the acronym S.H.I.E.L.D, which stands for Stop Hazard Indicators and Evaluate Your Level of Defense. In this video, I've got some top tips on learning to live with predators. And by predators, I mean those people, unfortunately, that within our world that do prey upon on people and make them vulnerable. So they become prey. So that's all covered in the previous one, all about the predators and how we can spot them and change our attitude to our environment and everyone in it. And this one is just some top tips. So here we go. What is a predator? A predator is an animal that preys on others or a person that ruthlessly exploits others. Either way, they are definitely potentially harmful to us. We will assume that there are two types of predator for this presentation. Number one, someone who wants something tangible from us, like our cash or our property. And then number two, someone who means to do us harm. We have become aware of them and understand the meaning of predator and their intentions. Let's look at how we can prevent becoming their prey without becoming paranoid. Home, our home. It's a place where we should feel the safest, isn't it? There are many ways in which we can do our best to ensure this. Modern technology and materials make it very difficult for unwanted entry into our own little haven. Do some research into home safety and get advice from experts on the latest tech like external video doorbells, alarm systems, or surveillance cameras. You'll be surprised at how little the cost is to deter or even prevent any unwanted entrance. Unwanted visitors. If you ever get an unexpected visitor knocking on your door, what should you do? Firstly, don't just let them in. You can easily go upstairs and communicate with them through an open window or even a closed window downstairs. If they are insistent that you open the door, you must verify their identity by contacting the company they are representing. Don't assume the information the visitor gives you is legitimate. You can easily obtain details about the company by a quick Google search and question the purpose of the employee's visit. Unfortunately, there are lots of scammers who are trying to con us in some way. Be aware of local scams and learn from the stories of unfortunate victims and the mistakes they made. There are many local group pages you can join on social media. If the visitor is late at night, use your key fob to set off your car alarm, drawing attention from your neighbours. The visitor will soon make a quick exit if their intent isn't legitimate. There will be times where you have a stranger in your home. These can be unavoidable, an example being a tradesperson coming to fix something in your home. Remember, this will not be a random visit, so it's good practice to research any company that will be sending a representative into your home. Always inform a neighbour that the visit will be happening. You can apologise for any potential work-related noise that may be intrusive, but the point is that you have made them aware that a stranger will be entering your home. Hide any sentimental and valuable items. You're not assuming the visitor will steal them, you're just ensuring that they can't. If by any reason you don't feel comfortable upon first meeting the visitor, before you let them in, you can apologise and make an excuse that today is not suitable. Reschedule and have someone you trust in the house with you for the rescheduled visit. Before you leave your home, do you ever think that someone could break into your home while you're out or even sleeping? Don't worry too much about this. There is a simple test that you can do that may help put your mind at rest. It's very simple. Go outside your home and lock the door you exited from. Now walk around your house and try to get in without breaking any windows or making it possible for potential witnesses to see or hear you. Obviously, you should ensure all windows and doors are locked or get an alarm system. But my point is, don't worry too much about things that can be prevented by researching home security and the options available to you. Walk into your car. So walking to your car that is parked in an area that makes you feel uncomfortable is an awful feeling, but we can reduce our anxiety if we prepare our journey back to our car with a clear, focused mind. Firstly, reverse into your parking space. This will allow you to just drive off when you get in. No need for trying to maneuver, just drive away. Always lock your car upon entry. Try to park in a well-lit area. This would be ideal, but it's not always possible. Next, as you walk from your car to your destination, take note of your route. Imagine that you are a predator who will use surprise as your tactic to ambush someone. Where is an ideal spot on your route for this ambush? Be aware of these places. Is it on a corner? Is it parallel to the pathway, behind a car or van, some bushes? Always try to park in places where there are lots of people walking about. It is important to visualize these types of scenarios when your mind is calm. You will be able to think clearly and spot any possible areas where you could be vulnerable, thus avoiding these areas or at least being aware of them as you return to your car. If you think you're being followed, this is a horrible feeling. Your heart races and dread along with panic sets in. Ask yourself while walking, why do you think you're being followed by someone? Have you monitored them using reflective surfaces such as shop windows and car windows? Have you altered your route? Have you stopped and pretended you are looking for something in your pocket but kept them in your peripheral vision? If you are sure they are following you, don't let them too close. Turn around and look them in the eye. Say, "Excuse me, do I know you?" Take note of the ABCs. Now, the ABCs is just a quick way to try and get you to practice scanning someone. So, A, age, how old are they? B, body type, how tall are they? Are they overweight? Are they underweight? Make this assessment. And C's, color of the clothing that they're wearing, color of skin, color of hair, color of eyes. All this sort of thing will help if you ever need it in identifying that person that you were concerned about. So remember, A, age, B, build, and C, colors. Just the fact that you have turned around and given yourself time and distance will cause a potential predator to either abort or to make a move. So remember, if someone's following you, just turn around and say, "Excuse me, do I know you?" By confronting them, at least now you've got enough distance to react if needed accordingly and choose your level of defense if required. So again, we're going to cover the ABCs. If you think you have identified a possible predator or are witness to a particular crime, run through the ABCs. Age, how old is this person? Build, how tall are they? What is their build? Do they have any distinguishing features? Color, what is the color of their hair, their skin, and their clothes? This is vital information that will allow possible identification and either capture of the predator. This is really important. ABCs. Feeling uncomfortable. So you're in a situation where you're feeling uncomfortable. Why? Is it an environment that scares you? Is it a person within a crowded public area? Is it a person in a relatively confined area like public transport? If it's a yes to these questions, then move. Just leave that area, change seats or carriage. If it's a person that makes you uncomfortable in a pub, a club, or a bar, then make sure you alert a member of staff or security that you are leaving and don't want that person to be able to follow you. The security are there for your safety, so please don't be afraid to approach them. Not pray, not today. There are certain things we can do to appear less attractive to a predator. We can seem less attractive to predators by altering our posture and the way we move through our environment. Walk tall, project confidence through body language and facial expressions. Walk with purpose, like you haven't got time to stop. You are focused on getting somewhere and no one is going to stop you. Most importantly, keep your head up. Look around you and take note of everything and everyone within your environment. This one will sound gross, but if you're alone with one other person on public transport and you feel or see them looking at you in a sexual desire kind of way, pick your nose and eat the bogey. I know, it's gross, right? It's disgusting, but that's the point. You don't want to be attractive to any way to a potential predator. And if they're looking you up and down and they've got some sort of motive, by appearing gross, hopefully you might put them off. So a recap. Park in well-lit areas with people around. Always reverse into parking spaces when possible. Always lock car doors after entry. Research home safety materials and technology and security and stuff like that. Verify the identity of strangers before they enter your home. Visualize. Always try to visualize the predator's tactics and use this to your advantage. So, like an ambush, where are you most vulnerable on your route? When walking, be aware of possible ambush spots, be aware of those around you, the environment, and everything in it. And ABCs: age, build, color of hair, skin, and clothes. Instincts: always trust your instincts about a situation or someone in it. Question the reason why your instincts have been triggered. Escape: when in a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable, leave. Lastly, don't become prey. Don't look like prey or act like prey. Think like a predator and learn their processes. After all, Mr. Miyagi said, best form of defense, no be there. Okay, thank you very much. This was just a quick one. Hope it made sense, and hopefully you'll be able to put some of these into practice.